Lantas seperti apa strategi Mondelez, salah satu produsen makanan raksasa dunia, menyasar pasar Indonesia? Ekonomi negeri belanja kami akan bahas kali ini lebih dalam di segmen The Analyst. Dan sudah hadir di Studio 2 CNN Indonesia, Presiden Direktur Mondelez Indonesia, Sunil Taldar. Hello, Mr. Sunil. Welcome to CNN Indonesia Business. Thank you. Perhaps a lot of people in Indonesia are not really familiar with the Mondelez International, but the products, as you can see here, Toblerone, Oreo, Ritz, and then
Belvita, Cadbury chocolates.
Belvita, yeah. So such a very popular products, dan mungkin bagi pemirsa saat ini mungkin lebih familiar, saya coba dekatkan sedikit bahwa produk-produk seperti Toblerone, Oreo, kemudian Belvita, Ritz, itu ada produk-produk yang diproduksi oleh Mondelez. Dan kami hari ini akan berbincang terkait produk-produk dan strategi bisnis mereka di Indonesia. Okay, Mr. Sunil, the food and beverages industry has seen growth lately with investment in Indonesia's pursuit of food and beverage industry expected to surpass until 50 trillion rupiahs level. What do you think of this?
Yes, the investment trend in the Indonesian food and beverage industry is very positive. I think it is influenced by two factors. First is the shift of income which is currently happening in the country. The second is the changing consumer behavior which is leading to formation of a new consumer group, which is willing to uptrade for value and at the same time willing to pay premium for a better food experience. These two factors, in my view, are encouraging manufacturers and marketeers to invest in launch of new products which can drive profitable and sustainable growth. And the way I see it, I think we are at the start of a virtuous cycle which is going to be win-win for consumers, manufacturers and the economy overall.
Okay, you talk about that the consumer would like to consume like a premium products, which is that mean that the consumers in Indonesia will pay more for that products?
See, the trend that we are seeing is, there is this shift in income, as I said, and also changing attitudes. So the consumer today is willing to pay a premium for a better food experience, for a better quality, for a better experience. Consumer today is willing to pay a premium, and that's the trend that we are seeing. And at the same time, the other, very prevalent trend is uptrading. Consumer is wanting to uptrade if they get value. So there are both these trends which we see in the market today.
All right. And household consumption sector is still the main pillar of economic growth in Indonesia. At the second quarter, the contribution is around 56%, if I'm not mistaken. And how do you capture that as potential markets in Indonesia?
Yeah, we are feeling the impact of household consumption sector. And this relates to the changes in distribution of wealth, and that is leading to emergence of a very large consuming middle class, which is getting health conscious and seeking convenience. Yeah, to leverage this trend, this year we launched Belvita breakfast biscuit.
Why is that? Why Belvita? For what kind of strategy in Belvita is?
Yeah, so Belvita breakfast biscuit, it caters to the need of the millennials who are seeking nutritious as well as tasty, snacking options, and that's exactly what Belvita breakfast biscuit offers. It's a nutritious, tasty breakfast alternative which can be consumed on the go. And the way we see it, in my view, it's consumer insights-driven innovation is the key for us to win with Indonesian consumers, and this will also help us to realize our long-term vision to be Indonesia's favorite snacking company.
Very nice. And commodity prices have risen lately and starting at the beginning of Ramadan until now, Mr. Sunil. And considering that sugar and then we can see other raw materials are included, did the affect to your business, to Mondelez Indonesia?
Yes, we are feeling the impact of rising
increasing prices.
The rising commodity prices, especially say for example second quarter onwards, we're feeling some impact. But in Mondelez, we are very focused in reducing cost, controlling costs. We are very glad. Fortunately for us, we embarked on we adopted very proactively a cost-conscious culture, which will allow us to tackle with this problem. Having said that, I must also say that in Mondelez we are very focused on the growth opportunity that Indonesia offers. Indonesia is a must-win market for us, and we'll make the right investments which will allow us to realize our growth ambition in this country. And the way I see it, we will be amongst very few industry players who are poised to deliver very strong top line as well as bottom line growth for a long time to come.
Okay, and Mr. Sunil, is that ambition including the factory or building factories in Indonesia?
See, the way we look at is, you know, we will have to continue to invest in capability and capacity to be able to serve the Indonesian consumers and Indonesian customers. And for that, if we have to, you know, whatever that is required, we will do the right thing.
Okay, and the factory?
The investments, you know, we have 3 factories in Indonesia.
And will the Mondelez add some factory again ahead?
It's a business case. You know, say if
Have to calculate first.
Yes, you know, if the business demands that, you know, something has to be manufactured in Indonesia, there is no reason why we will not. But and we operate in 3 categories, so therefore it's very, you know, very much a business case, as I said. And if the business case demands, we are making and will continue to make the right investments.
Mr. Sunil, how do you see your competitors in this industry?
See, if you look at, you know, so there are 3 categories that we operate in, and we encourage competition, and as long as it's a level playing field. So in biscuits, we have both, you know, international as well as local competition, and you know.
How challenging are they?
Oh, they are very challenging, I must say. That, you know, because biscuit category, which is our largest category, is a very, very crowded, you know, category, because we have international as well as local you know, players, but we have our own strength. You know, our strength is our global business brands, our global technical knowledge, our global knowledge of the consumer, and our global knowledge of the customer. And these are, you know, these are assets or the strength that we have, which we want to leverage to win with the Indonesian consumers. You know, I must also say that, you know, the way we are structured, our category model, you know, we are structured in a category model. What that does is it allows us to make investments in the market which is not restricted by the size of the business. So if in case we have a growth opportunity, we can actually invest behind that growth opportunity without getting restricted by the size of the business in Indonesia. I think that's a huge benefit that we have. Other than, as I said, our, you know, global brands, which are our proven global, you know, platforms, and also our consumer and customer insights.
All right, and Mr. Sunil, how do you see the penetration of e-commerce now and ahead?
See, the way we see it, it's a huge opportunity for us. It's a growing channel, you know, and it's a growing opportunity in most markets. Yeah, but the way I see it in Indonesia, the rate of technology adoption, both rate and speed, in Indonesia is very, very different from what I've seen in the other markets.
Really? How different are we?
Yes, you know, I haven't spent much time. I've been, you know, just about a year old in this country.
So you're studying us.
You can say that, but you know, in the last 1 year, when I walk across the streets of Indonesia, you know, whether I go to a small town or whether I go, you know, say for example, I'm in Jakarta, which is the biggest city. Common man, the ease with which they adopt to technology, it's very impressive. And you know, the mobile phone penetration is the smartphone penetration is very high. So given these 2 factors, and obviously, say for example, there is a situation of traffic in large cities, people are seeking convenience. So all the right mix is there for e-commerce to be big. And what we are doing, we are acutely aware of this opportunity.
As a retail player?
Yes, we are acutely aware of this opportunity. And what we are doing is we are right now investing in building capabilities within the business to be able to, you know, to exploit this opportunity. And the benefit that we have, once again, we are a global company. In China, we have a very successful e-commerce business. So we are reaching out to our colleagues in China. We are reaching out to our colleagues in Singapore, you know, our regional teams to help us build this capability and prepare ourselves for this, you know, what we see as a very exciting and a large opportunity.
And perhaps preparing yourself to Indonesian market.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sunil Taldar, Presiden Direktur Mondelez Indonesia. Thank you for coming to CNN Indonesia Business.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.